Hey Queens, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is the actual washing process. If you've not watched my previous video showing how I prepare my hair for my wash day, I'll recommend that you do so immediately after watching this so that you will understand some things and what I do right before I wash my hair. So a lot of things happen during your wash day, and that was why I said in the first video you don't want to do your wash day when you are stressed, because trust me, your hair is going to tell it. Your hair is going to suffer, and you don't want your hair suffering. Over here we don't suffer our hair because we are more about hair growth, length retention, and a healthy hair. So when you're after these three factors, number one thing you should consider is how regular do you wash your hair? This is a very important part of a hair journey. And when I discovered this hack, in short, it was put upon me by my husband. Like, why would you be washing your hair after 1 month? Then I had to do my research and I discovered that a whole lot happens during this 1 month. And if I'm all about hair growth, length retention, and an overall healthy hair, I should be doing this more often. So I discovered that you should be washing your hair at least 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks is the maximum because you don't want product buildup. And if you're someone that maybe oil your hair like regularly, definitely your pores get coagulated, and trust me, you won't see that desired length that you wish. And you say, oh, I'm using all the oils, all the Ayurvedic oils, all the moisturizing processes, I'm doing them by the book, but when your scalp is not washed regularly, you won't see any result. So today I'll be talking about how to identify the porosity of your hair, because these go a long way in identifying products that is good for your hair. Products like your shampoo down to your conditioner. Girls are like, oh, I'm a 4C girly, I'm a 4A girly, or I'm a 3C girly, but you don't know the porosity of your hair. This is a very big factor in choosing what shampoo and what conditioner is good for your hair to see maximum results when washing your hair. So porosity is the amount and the degree at which moisture is absorbed in your hair cuticles. That is how easy moisture can penetrate your hair. So there are 3 types of porosity: a low porosity, medium porosity, and a high porosity. Today I'll be teaching you how to discover what type of porosity. You can be a 4C girl and another 4C girl comes, but the conditioner she uses doesn't really work for your hair. You ask her and she's like, oh, this conditioner, this shampoo is the best for me. And you try it and you experience a very high breakage during your wash day. Girl, you need to know your porosity. So there are 3 types of porosity: low porosity, medium porosity, and high porosity. So I'll be taking you through the 3 tests you can do at home to discover your porosity. This is a game changer for your wash day. So the 3 tests are: number 1, the float test. You're going to need a clean glass of water, then a strand of your hair or some strands of your hair. Make sure that this strand is clean. Make sure it's clean because sometimes product alters this test. So you're going to put the strand inside the glass of water and watch it for like 30 minutes. If your hair floats after the time is up, you know that you have a low porosity hair. And if it sinks when the time is up, you know that you have a high porosity hair. So if it's in the middle, like, okay, it's in the middle, it's not sinking totally, it's not really floating at the surface of the water, then you know you have a medium porosity hair. Another test we're going to be looking at is the slip and slide test. In this test, you're going to take a single strand of clean hair and just slide your fingers up towards your scalp. If it feels smooth, then it's a low porosity. But if you experience some bumps or some roughness, then it's a high porosity. Another test looking at is the spray bottle test. In this test, you're going to need your spray bottle. Make sure there's water inside. And you just mist a clean product-free section of hair with water. Make sure that that section of your hair has no product and it's really clean. So you're just going to spray water there. And if there's beads of water, like just at the surface of the strands of the hair, if like you notice that this mist just builds up beads of water just at the strands, then you know that you have a low porosity hair. But if you do this and water just absorbs quickly to the scalp, then you have a high porosity hair. And if you do this but some gets absorbed and some still remains at the surface, you know you have a medium porosity hair. I would recommend the float test because it's more easy to be done. So now we'll go over what to do when you discover you have a low porosity or a medium porosity or a high porosity. What product should you use? What type of shampoo should you use? What type of conditioner should you buy in the market? Should you just buy a random conditioner or a random shampoo or a shampoo or conditioner recommended by someone? You should know what to look out for. Even when someone recommends, oh, this is so good, it's so good for my natural hair, or it's so good for my hair. Even when your hair is relaxed, you should know what works for your hair. So I'll be showing you what you should look out for when you go to get a shampoo or a conditioner for your hair. Number one, for a high porosity hair, you would want to get products that seal your cuticles and prevent them from absorbing too much moisture. Examples like your raw shea butter, your coconut oil, your extra virgin olive oil, or palm oil. Another thing you should be looking out for are leave-in conditioners and moisturizers that provide your hair with moisture through the day. And also try to use a sealer like your avocado oil in order to retain moisture and prevent dryness. Another thing you should try using are beneficial natural oils that fortify your strands and make them resistant to breakage. So you want to be looking out for your oils when you have a high porosity hair. So for the low porosity hair, you should be looking for a protein-free daily conditioner which have humectants. So it's just the opposite of the high porosity hair. So products that attract moisture. You want to find moisture. That's why I'm all about moisture, because when I discovered I have low porosity hair, I went for anything moisture. So you need to look for a conditioner that attracts moisture. So it should be a protein-free conditioner. Something that have humectants like honey or glycerin should be what you're looking for. Check the content of your conditioners and your shampoo. Make sure they have glycerin or honey. Another thing is to make sure to use moisture-rich products. What are the moisture-rich products? You have the jojoba oil, you have shea butter also, you have coconut oil, and you have mineral oil, whichever oil you deem fit, but I recommend the coconut oil. Another thing is to use lighter or liquid based products that will help avoid product buildup, because you notice that everything stays around the strands and they are not so easily absorbed. So you want to get liquid based products. For the medium porosity hair, you need to use minimal protein in your daily regimen. So you need to check your shampoos and your conditioner and make sure like the protein content, or if you're someone who does protein treatment, you have to make sure that it's minimal, not really on a daily basis. Also, you have to do deep conditioning periodically, also with products that have proteins. So when you're doing your deep condition, you need to check whatever you're using for your deep conditioning. Make sure that the protein content is not so much, or you do it periodically. I would recommend you using an avocado deep condition. This would really help your hair to be moisturized and also be nourished. So an advice for all porosities: when you're done washing your hair and conditioning your hair, don't stop there. Please don't stop there, because especially for a low porosity hair, you still have to do some things. I notice each time I'm done washing my hair and conditioning my hair, even though I use a conditioner that has glycerin that tries to like retain moisture, after some time I tend to get this dryness or frizziness of my hair. So what I do is, once I'm done shampooing, I don't really use dryers on my hair. I do that probably once in a while when I do the stretching of my hair, but I don't use hand dryers on my hair or try to dry my hair. I just do the towel drying, and when I'm done with the towel drying, I try to use a leave-in conditioner or a moisturizer. You need to look for a moisturizer base and just try to massage round the shafts of your hair down to the scalp. Try to massage it, make it soft, and when you're done, you can go in with any oil that you want. The oil is a sealer, like I mentioned. Try to use the oil round the scalp and just do a little massage. I go in with two kinds of oils. I have my argan oil, and I also have an Ayurvedic oil that I prepared. I'll make a video showing how I make my Ayurvedic oil, which the base is castor oil, but I had some herbs which I infused into the oil. So I just do that to ensure that the moisture content is good. Also, with the oiling, make sure that it's really moisturized, and with that I can call it a day that, oh, I've really done my wash day. That is a complete total package of a wash day. That is why you need to make out time. So whatever you do to just keep yourself busy while making your hair, it can be a movie, it can be whatever suits you, like a music just at the background to give you that time. I call it a me time with my hair. It's a wonderful time. Trust me, if you give your hair the time it deserves, it's going to flourish. It's going to flourish, and you would see the difference. In 6 months, you should see the difference. Thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for more videos coming through. Please do like, share, comment. Would you be trying this test at home, or do you know your porosity type?